Welcome back. That looks a bit close on the leg. Both going again. Neil Raybone to your left. Liam Dunster to your right. Looks like Neil Raybone's break this time. This is the last quarter-final of the day. Already qualified for France is Mark Farnsworth. 4 out of 4 he's qualified so far this season. The World Series events. Alex O'Donoghue is the second one. Well, he was actually the first one to go through. I think it's 1-0 on the in sets to Craig Marsh on the match that was just watching before while we were waiting for this. Against Gav Robinson, so Neil Raybone to break. Again, this is another best of 5 frames in each set. Best of 5 sets. This is to qualify. It's the last match of the day, apart from the one that's still in progress. Just been informed by Donna that Craig won the first set 3-1, she thinks. Yep. I can sleep for a week now. I've nothing on for a few days. Well, till a week on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got all your county stuff sorted out for
just
couple
about.
weeks' time,
Been
yeah?
busy. It's been a busy last couple of days.
You had all your trials and stuff.
We've had all our trials. We had our last trials the Sunday before Chelsea.
Okay.
So obviously we couldn't sort it all out until we'd finished Chelsea and what have you. So we sorted it all out more or less yesterday. The captains picked the team managers picked the squads from the pool of players that would retained and the new ones that have come through.
Much new blood come through.
Quite a bit, yeah. We've got some surprises this season.
Excellent.
Our 80. One of them was on chat before.
Ooh.
Mr. Clough is coming out of retirement.
Is he really?
He certainly is.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Will Anderson's coming back.
Oh God, that's not so brilliant.
No. Well, it isn't for some of the players that we'll be playing against. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit of fresh blood.
That's good. And some old school names.
And some, yep.
It's always good. Tower coming out and playing, that's massive.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I've known him since he was 14. Lee. Used to pick him up from his grandma's.
Really?
Take him to pool, yeah.
He's a good lad.
Yeah, he is.
I melted his shirt once.
Melted his shirt?
Yeah, it's a long story, I'll tell you about it.
You didn't get the iron out for him, did you?
No. I hid his shirt and I wrapped it around a light bulb in a lamp, like a standing lamp.
Okay.
And then forgot I put it there. And then next time I saw it, the light was on.
Oh, you're joking. Oh dear.
And it was a brand new shirt.
And the fact that the pro standard as well, obviously we don't ask them to come to the trials.
Not people of that calibre.
No, you don't ask them.
It's just a bit insulting, I think.
Well, exactly. And at the end of the day, when I get to that level, I'm hoping that the rules are still the same.
I hope so as well, because then you'll have to trial.
No. If I get to that standard, I won't have to trial.
You'll never get to that standard.
How do you know? I beat Kev Seaman last week.
Yeah. And then look what happened.
Little steps.
Look what happened.
Yeah, but that's just the...
If you beat another good player, you'll just be dropped permanently. You'll just be ousted.
Too many good players?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay. Neil trying to tuck Liam in behind them yellows, just double kissed it, so...
We're all staffs here of. one of my teammates, my squad mates.
Rob Chambers.
Yeah. Still got Celsius Bowler, Rob.
A lot of time for his brother. I don't know too much about Rob, obviously. I know he's...
John's still out in China. Is he back yet?
Do you know, I don't know. I've not even seen any of his scores or anything, but a lot of time for John. Good lad. Shame to see him out the game for so long, but nice to see him back.
As we're saying, loads of players are making their resurgence, so to speak, aren't they?
Well, I think it's because of the way Blackpool's going at the moment. It's on fire at the minute, isn't it?
I was speaking to, not exclusively, but I was speaking to David Fisher on Facebook Lurch.
Okay.
Who's a World Rules player, and he came to Blackpool. He's played Blackpool in his local league, and we got into a slight debate, him saying that he felt that there wasn't, that Blackpool made it too easy.
Too easy?
Too easy to win a frame.
Okay.
Coming from rules where you've got 2 shots carry.
Deliberate fouls.
It said that he thought the length of the frames were virtually the same.
Did he?
Yeah, everybody's entitled
So he knows
to
what he's talking about then?
Obviously, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and like he said, he's only played in, I think, about 14 matches, and that was his opinion. And the thing is, you know, you're going to get frames in both rule sets where they're going to be quick, and you're also going to get frames, as you've seen today. You know, in Dunster and Bow Run, exactly. You're going to get cagey frames. You're going to get games where balls are tied up.
Yeah.
But I think it's shown over the long run that Blackpool's a much more open game.
Much more watchable.
It's a lot easier on the eye, very much so.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to understand for people who are maybe tuning in, watching family members.
It's a bit like playing on a similar type of board, like chess and drafts.
Yeah.
In it, and I think you can draw that comparison really.
Yeah.
One is a pretty quick game, and the other one
is tactical, more tactical.
One takes forever.
Yeah, basically, can take.
And you
forever.
can't, and a lot of people can't stand it.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean?
There you go.
Do you know the difference between a rook and a knight?
A knight is a horsey,
Oh,
and a rook is a. I can't say. No. What's the one that looks? Is that bishop?
Bishop. Yeah.
But it's like a.
Yeah.
It's
The long
like
thin
being
thing.
cut as well.
Long thin one. Yeah, it's the long thin one.
Yeah, that's the one.
The tall thin one.
That's the one.
Yeah. So that was the comparison.
Yeah.
And,
Oh look, chat. Danny Jones, Blackpool easier. Laughy face.
Blackpool's only easier if you can pot a ball.
Yeah. I think Blackpool's easier to understand. Blackpool's easier to play. You can learn Blackpool a lot quicker than you can learn World Rules, because World Rules is a lot more intricate.
There's too many of this standard and non-standard, and do you know what I mean? I always remember watching last year. I was watching I don't like talking about them too much because it really doesn't.
No, of course.
But I was watching the World Championships, the Team Championships, and I think it was Ireland and England in the semi-final, and it was all decided on a deliberate foul. You know, just playing a ball in space and leaving nothing, and it's like, really?
I think the
World
thing is,
Championships.
there are for every argument you've got for World Rules, you've got an argument for Blackpool. You've got the deliberate foul.
For some, not all. I don't want to say.
No,
For
but
some.
you've got the deliberate foul for World Rules.
Yeah.
You've got the skill shot or the
Yeah.
combination shot
Yeah.
for Blackpool. So I mean, you know, it swings and roundabouts, and everybody's going to have their own opinion,
Of
and
course they are.
every opinion is valid. That's it. You know, I just think, there you go, Joshua Simcock. It's the player, not the rules.
Yeah.
Mr. Shepherd. I think that's possibly a
Bit
little
harsh.
harsh.
Bit harsh.
My take, here we go. Wayne's going to look at me really scared now. My take on the whole situation in the Dunster Boron match and the disagreement. I've spoken to Mel, and the spots and that line. No, this is me. This is me. I want to choke. The spots, the ball line, everything's there for a reason.
Yeah.
The black ball, the black spot is there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's there for the black ball to go on.
Yeah.
If you rack high, deliberately rack high,
Yeah.
then when you hit the balls, the top ball, you've got more chance of playing the ball into the middle bag.
Like in 9-ball?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, has he racked them
Deliberately.
for an unfair advantage?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
what you have
the
to look at.
question.
That's what you
That
have
is
to
the
look at.
question. Now, having spoken to Liam just briefly after the match, he said, remember I said to you that what happens if your front ball's rolling off, you automatically push the balls
Yeah,
forward.
yeah, of course you do slightly, yeah.
Okay. Now, your argument with that was you don't get that on this cloth, because, or you're not as likely
Well,
to get it on
it's
this
not
cloth.
that you might not get it on this cloth. It's just the fact that these are when you get a bit of a divot in pool cloth, it's not the slate, it's the wear and tear of the nap and what have you on the normal cloths. These
But you
are
don't
brand new
have that on
cloths.
here yet.
Well, yet we don't. Whether
And there's no nap.
whether we will get it after a little bit of wear is to be seen. But at the moment, these are like playing on glass, if you will. You
And
know.
if there's no nap, you
Yeah.
can't have a wear.
So there should be no reason why that, because it's not a stick-on spot, it's a marked spot, so there should be no reason why that black cannot go on the spot and stay on the spot.
That's right.
If the balls are splitting when you're taking the triangle away, then you just have to keep persevering until such time as you get it as tight as you can. That's the only explanation for it, really. But to me, there should be no reason why the balls should be rolling off because the black's on its spot as yet.
Yeah. I think this is the thing Lee's just pointed out there. At the top level, there shouldn't be a divot in the cloth. It's not the level, it's the, as Wayne's just said.
Yeah.
Don't forget, the chat's like a little bit behind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of when we see it.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be a reason as to why Liam was racking them high. Now he didn't deny that he was racking them high.
Okay.
At all. He admitted, he said,
Because
I've done it.
he wasn't sticking.
That's what he said after the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to take that as being a reasonable explanation as to why it was being racked high. You can't.
It's all you can do. It's all you can take.
Yep.
It's been noted now. I think Chris had a very legitimate shout in what he was saying.
Yeah.
I know I would have spoken up if he was sitting in direct line of the middle bag and the corner bag, so could see quite clearly that the black was being.
Jeff Allen thinks the black went on the blue spot. Well,
Jeff Allen can think what he wants.
Yeah.
Anything that Jeff Allen says is right.
Jeff Allen doesn't know the game.
He doesn't need to.
Does he?
He's beautiful.
Yeah. Great lad. Great lad. Just.
That's all done now.
Yeah. History.
Yeah. Geography.
Mathematics, really. It boils down to mathematics.
Yeah. Trigonometry.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going for the whole Sam Cooke song now, aren't we?
No, I suppose you're right. It is trigonometry.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I'll give you that one. And I'm sure that debate will go on for quite a while yet.
Rob, you know me, I'm quiet. I don't generally say a lot, but I might need to say, sorry, excuse me just 1 second. I think you may have racked that ball slightly high. Or words to that effect.
So, back to the game.
Indeed.
I might be in Blackpool for 9 o'clock.
Get you. Back again.
I'm not But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
If Liam plays like he did against Mark and Neil plays his usual game, this could be a long one. It could indeed. I think they played yesterday, didn't they?
Well, if Neil plays like he can do sometimes as well, it's going to be a long one anyway.
Yeah.
Neil Neil is another methodical player.
Yeah.
But the only thing with Neil is the difference with Neil is he does tend to look for a route early on. He takes his time,
He does.
picks his route out, and then once he starts to go, he gets down and does the business. Dean, don't you? Anybody tap break? Dean, we don't do tap breaks at this level. We might do it at the Old Oak. There you go, bit of free advertisement for you there, Dean. So look. Just get the colours up, shall we? I don't know, Craig said labour attacks, but from what I've seen, he does tend to go through them.
I don't think
I won't call it a tap break.
Not when you're potting about 3 balls off
No.
every break.
It's a great shot there from Neil. Queuing awkward alert. Red didn't touch the sides. So just...
Shall I go and try and find out what the score is with Marshy and Gav?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to screw this white back. It's perfect. For a 2-0 lead. I do like to watch Neil play. Like I say, he's a very methodical player. He's not... A lot of people probably tend to disagree, but he's not a slow player. He, like I say, he does, after a break, he does take a minute or two to work his route out. And when he has worked it out, he does tend not to hang about, unless he plays a loose one, and then obviously he'll have a rethink. But if you watch him play under normal circumstances, like I say, he will have a good look at the table if he drops one from a break, or his first visit to the table. And if he's got half a chance of a finish, he'll take his time working it out. Well, you're not going to get a chance to see this time because he's gone dry. So, this is Liam's first real chance, really. It's a choice of which colour he wants to go for. He might take this one to the top right and try and get into the 2 balls on the left hand side cushion at the top there. Can't disturb them. Well, he's got a chance. Just missed him. Not too sure if you can get through to that one. I think he can get through to the one nearest to the cushion. Well, he's got away with that. Obviously going for the back double on Neil. It's left Neil nothing to go at really. So it won't be a safety. And he'll probably just glance off the red that he's closest to. Unless he might be able to, he might have enough room to, if it's straight enough to pot this into the middle. This could be fun, being joined by Chris Boren. Good evening, Chris. It should be. I'll swap the cable. Donna's been pulling it. 1 second.
I think that works, Wayne. Good evening, Wayne. Hope you're well, mate.
It's better.
Quarterfinals match. Yeah, so we've got a quarterfinal match here. Again, they're playing to France. Liam Dunster versus Neil Raybone. Obviously raised to 3, isn't it? First 3. I think already is it Alex O'Donoghue's qualified?
Yeah, Alex O'Donoghue's qualified. Mark Farnsworth has been at it again.
Lads' passports for it.
He's going to get some stamps on it, isn't he?
Yeah, certainly.
And I think currently Craig Marsh is 1 set to 0 up, is he?
Well, Neil qualified, I think, for the 2 events in the last one, so this is for the 3, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to be biased, but hopefully Neil gets another plane ticket. It's a lovely lad.
Well, he's certainly started off.
Yeah, he's 2-0.
He's 2-0 up.
Yeah.
I should say before, I like the way Neil plays the game.
He's a great player, but he's a nice bloke as well, you know.
Yeah,
so
he's very quiet, isn't he?
Very quiet lad. His missus comes with him all the time.
Yeah.
I played him down at Teesside in the last 16, and it was a great game, to be fair. He's a proper gentleman, and you know, loves his pool. He's been around for many years. Neil obviously started off in the world rules in the England setup. Yeah, so look. Oh, good evening, Rob. How are you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend. Had a bit of Sunday lunch. We've just had a bit of pie and peas, Rob. Hasn't been too great. It's a nice shot from Neil. Oh, it's just been a little unfortunate, hasn't he? Yeah, just don't see the red.
I think the red still goes into the bottom, I thought.
Yeah, it's just the other end. I think if it does go and play with this with a sort of bit of top and running side, right hand side to get it down, then probably be forced just to play the double, I would have thought, Wayne.
Yeah, it's all about where he lands after this one he plays to the top right here. Has he got an end in? He hasn't, has he?
No, I think he might be alright, you know.
Just drop it and play the back up and play the
I
double into the
think he's
middle.
going to screw it off. See how he's looking at his cue. He's just going to sort of like stun it across and leave an angle. And as long as he leaves in the bottom, I think he can just avoid the black, and that's the key, really. It's a nice shot from there. Lovely shot. Just play the double with sort of a bit of right hand side. I noticed how Neil when I'm playing him, he always does that for doubles, you know how he cues it through the cushion.
He looks at it from the opposite side.
Yeah,
which is not a bad way to do it, you
no,
know.
actually, and to be fair, he normally nails it.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed that when I played him a couple of weeks ago, and generally he's mustard. So on the other table we've got Gavin Robinson versus Craig Marsh for a playing some great shot. Neil, cracking son, well done kid. Got the black obviously doing this first set. Basically immaculate set from Neil. The breaks haven't really worked well either, I don't think, for Liam. Nice shot from Neil.
So 1-0.
Yep.
To Neil Raybone. Just a quick question in the chat there from Kev Barton. You enjoyed the weekend, Chris?
Well, I did the last game, Kevin. It's a big miss not having you here, and obviously I love it, mate. Obviously I'm all for the World Series, all for the IPA. It's absolutely fantastic. Hopefully enjoying a nice weekend with the good lady. She deserves a bit of time out, but yeah, it's been great. Unfortunately, till the last 16 match where we decided he just wanted to keep racking the balls, get high and high and high, and then he admitted to it. Brilliant that. These boys need shooting really, but you learn from it. Obviously, I think everyone will be aware that it happened, and he admitted to it, and you just move on really. Well, but at least I'm not playing the Cyprus with you, Kev, so it's alright, pal. Balls look okay there, they look in a line, corner to corner, don't they? You know, it's not a million miles out. Nothing like a ball high. It's a nice break, that. Probably his reds are looking quite favourable. So I think Craig Marsh was playing. Gavin Marsh is absolutely on fire this weekend.
Craig is
cueing beautifully.
Gavin's been playing well though.
Yeah, he's playing very well. I think it was 2 sets to 0 up against Gav. If anybody's obviously interested in him, it was 1-1. But to be fair, Marshy hasn't done. Gav hasn't done a lot wrong really. Craig's breaks have been monster. He's had a good run this weekend. It's not all over the way he's playing because he had a close game with good friend Steve Wall. It went to 2-2 and Steve had half a pocket and he missed it with him, so it was a bit. Well, Stevie's a lovely bloke as well. Yeah, Rob, Paul, yeah, it's good crack, mate. It is progressing, and it's good to see obviously a lot of the WR players coming across as well. That's what it's about as well, because there's so many quality players over there. And to be fair, Blackpool's the way forward. Yeah, it's a great game. Obviously, generally they're quite quick frames. And just unfortunately, you've had probably a couple of slow matches in the last couple.
Yeah, the last couple of rounds, that's all. It's not pretty quick this weekend.
To be fair, it is. I like the set format and the single nation. Kev, time off is great, must do. You do probably deserve everything you get, mate. Honestly, you've brought the IPA with obviously all your team to a different level. It's a great organisation. The pool's phenomenal. It just shows with 230 players on the IPA tour this year.
It's a lot,
It's
isn't it?
62 pros, I think it is. And obviously like 170 amateurs. It's amazing, you know, looking from like maybe 4 years ago.
So we're 62 then. Did one or two not accept the pro status?
Yeah, I think the odd one didn't, but obviously I think Kev might be mistaken. I think the long-term goal is have 96 pros, because obviously it's an IPA, it's a professional tour. So,
Yeah, of course, you do.
you know,
need
you're
it,
looking
yeah.
at, I think if Kev looks in a couple of years' time, looking at 96. 96 pros, and then obviously, you know, the amateurs is a big part. But the great thing about the tour is, you know, the amateurs want to aspire to be a professional, and that's what it should be about. And to be fair, you know,
Donna's off.
thoughts want something.
Donna's off.
Yeah, so like, and then obviously the amateurs will qualify for the 32 spots, which is great, and that's about, 96 Kevin, so I was right. A couple of years, because it's a 2-year ranking sort of thing, and the rankings have changed, I think, for the better this year, basically. The amateur rankings has worked where, basically, how you're doing your amateur event over the 5 tours, and also the Open, so it's cumulative total. The pros is basically the World Championships, the Open, the professional event, and World Series.
Right.
And again, over a 2-year cycle, obviously the new pros coming on board this year, they've only got this year's ranking points, but obviously they'll see the benefit next year.
Yeah.
And I think it's really great. I love the World Series events. It is quite time for some players, obviously a lot of weekends away, but you know, you're playing 2 events in 2 days, so it's only 3 weekends, you know.
Yeah.
And I think obviously, hopefully, Corals get.
And the thing is, for a lot of years, you know, a lot of the top players have been saying there's not enough competitions about, not enough quality competitions about, and now it's all coming to them now. You know what I mean? It's they're getting it, so it can only be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. It's going in the right direction. I think long term you'll just see it absolutely. I think the rules obviously help, but the way the guys have drove the tour and get people on board, you listen as well. You know, you make mistakes every single day in life. You know, obviously probably Lehman did it. Obviously he didn't make a mistake. He just sort of like wanted to rack them high. But you know, to be fair, you make mistakes in life and you learn by them. You know, at the end of the day, these guys come, you know, especially the IPA team, they come and work very, very hard, long weekends away from the family. It's not just the weekends, it's what they do. It's not like they pay a fortune win, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You take nothing out of the tour. So they're any big enough, so hopefully Corals come on board back again, obviously, with the merger of Ladbrokes and, you know, inject the money that obviously he was looking for last year. And basically, I think everyone will be over on this tour. It'll be fantastic. But the good thing is these guys that's on board at the moment, they're basically on board. They're part of the IPA tour.
They've got a slight step ahead as well, aren't they? Really now, if it is going to go up to 96, these have got a little bit of a step forward, really.
Yeah, I think 96 is the right number. And then you've got probably you're going to have then if you're 96, you're looking at 130 amateurs. Playing for the 32 spots to join the 128, and that's how it should be. You know, at the end of the day, obviously the long-term goals is a professional tour. With Corals, then you're going to get everything. You're going to get them extra events. You know, you can actually make money as a pool player. And I think that's what Kev's.
Well, that's obviously the long-term goal, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, mate.
If they can do it at snooker, then they should be able to do it at pool.
Yeah, Danny Jones put that on the blue spot, bound to make 2 or 3. Well, to be fair, he wasn't far away, mate. But obviously, I think if you got the brown spot, it'd be all right. More and more people are becoming familiar with the IPA. I definitely, you know, I think the tables is a great move forward. I think it looks cleaner. Like obviously JJ's got an amazing club here at Savannah's. It's great. And at the moment, obviously, he's got these 8 tables that were done yesterday, so you know the top ball doesn't roll off when you rack them. So you know, not like other clubs, you know, the top ball burns and that, but they were brand new yesterday, so they're tight as anything. But then he's gone like 12 tables green. And if you look at the comparison when you look at the blue to the green,
tell the difference. It's a completely different.
Yeah, and you've got obviously all the LED lights here. And to be fair, obviously brightens the table. God, the comparison's phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm loving the look on the stream. The stream quality now, with the powder blue in the background and the, you know, the balls. The contrast is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You know, compared to the green cloths. You know.
And I think, like Kev said, it just gives it a different identity as well.
Yeah.
And for me, I love the Simonez. It's a great cloth. I think they've done a great job in getting it right. Obviously, coming from a huge 9-ball background, which is obviously one of the leading companies in the world. That they've got the cloth dead on right. Plays beautiful, no roll off. You can actually drop them in dead weight. You don't. What also you don't get is when you know yourself. I used to have a hands with match on my match table, and like obviously it's played quite regular. And the top ball used to burn all the time after a couple of weeks because you played regular, and where you break off it, the marks.
I was going to say when you break as well.
Yeah, you don't get this with this. You know what I mean? No. So racking
we don't know that yet. We were talking about that with Donna before, because these are so new. We've only been using them since the IPA World Championships.
They don't move.
So we don't know yet, but the chances are they're not going to be any marks on these cloths.
Well, I had mine done 4 weeks before the Worlds, that would be in February.
Yeah.
So you're looking at now, you're two and a half months in, a month and a half in.
Not a mark on it.
Yeah, not a mark on the way you break. And now if I had the Hainsworth match, and I love the Hainsworth cloths.
Yeah.
There's marks where you break off all the time, but also it's the top ball, So you don't get, in tables you either get the top ball that burns when you connect.
It's the friction as soon as
Of course it is, because when it hits in the contact. But then also you get lines where people don't sort of use the cloth.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that in this cloth.
Yeah.
So for clubs, I think it's a great idea. I think generally, and I don't think I'll be wrong in this fact, I think in 2 years every club will have basically this cloth for many reasons. You're going to get the consistency to play.
Well, we've seen it already on the
less
stream.
Maintenance.
We've seen it already on the stream, Chris, where players are playing shots and they're not putting a lot of pace in the ball, but the reaction from the white has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it's right. Obviously, you probably play Rob on the WR tour, and obviously the cloths at that tour level are very, very good. And to be fair, they're very, very rare off. I think, like generally on a club table, like mine or something, it's at home. You do get it becomes quite harder to rack them. So sometimes you're just shoving it like millimeters. You don't shove it like a centimeter or a centimeter and a half, because that would be cheating. And that just wouldn't work really. For the benefit of the sport, which it is, and it's moving in that direction, and I think people should embrace that.
Power of social media is frightening. It can be too powerful sometimes.
Yeah, Neil's just trying to screw past that, just obviously nestle behind this, so I think he's going to have to obviously play a side cushion first, right hand side cushion to pop the red back in the middle, but it's a big bag, because you've got early jaw to kick it in off the red. But if you just flip it, he might play in the top, but I think it's too close, and he's going to have to get a referee. I'd get a referee as well. Yeah, definitely Martin George Taney. I honestly love him, I hate him. I think he's amazing for the game. Obviously not everyone's cup of tea, but not everyone is. Yeah, definitely Martin, like I said, with George Tini, he's box office, I love watching him. He's great for blackball pool, obviously the amount of money matches he has is absolutely phenomenal, and long may it continue. He's a sponsor's dream, and that's what it's about with this. I think with pool, it's all about sponsors, companies following it, enjoying it, getting the coverage, because obviously social media is certainly what it's about.
Yeah, because eventually the long-term goal is to give the players something back out of it all.
Well, the players want to earn money. There's a lot of lads that sort of...
No point being a professional if you're not to.
Look, Craig, obviously he won the Worlds, and he deservedly, obviously, 2 runners-ups. and he's obviously on his first prize for the Worlds. You know, someone like Craig wants to make a living of pool, and you know, he's got a lot of sponsors on board this year from winning the Worlds, and deservedly so.
There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to.
Certainly.
You know, it's a popular sport. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that play this game at pub level or whatever level they play at. You know, but certainly
that's where you start with, isn't it?
There should be no reason why it shouldn't get big. It can be made big. It's watchable. Certainly, these rules are watchable. So
definitely.
And even the tactical games like this, you know, you
learn from it, don't you? I think you learn from every player, whether you be playing with them. And I think I say that to like local lads. It's great shot from Liam there. Obviously, it was a big bag as well, so it held. Obviously, you got the red light cushioning it, but you'd expect Liam to take these out. As long as the yellow if the yellow goes by the black plum, then he can't feel. Obviously, other than that, he's got the other yellow smudge into it.
Not too sure if you can see from the other camera if it comes past into this bottom left, but I think it might go in the middle. Does it? No, it doesn't.
To be fair, you can just nudge into the black now, Wayne.
Yeah.
Just straight into the black, and then he's got the yellow in the corner. Yeah, he's got a lovely angle there. It's a drop end, to be fair.
So what's next up in North East, Chris? Anything?
Not really, I think, yeah.
A bit quiet now, is it?
Yeah, obviously it's been jam-packed, hasn't it, with the World Series and stuff.
Non-stop.
Some money matches kicking about there every week up the North East now. Obviously there's about 40 North East lads at the IPA, a nice shot there.
I know there's quite a few.
Yeah, and to be fair, but there's money matches every week up there, it's great. But it's only good, it's at every level, Wayne, from pub players to county level.
I know you've got it nailed on up there the way you do it. When you normally do your money match stage, you'll have a couple of big games on the main table, on the stream table, but then you've got...
But the lads love it, you know, and
25, 30 matches upstairs as well throughout the day, which gets everybody involved in it, even for small amounts.
And the day we all started like that.
Of course we did,
I think you don't want to lose that, you can't lose the grassroots.
They're the future, aren't they?
Well, to be fair, you want people to start playing in a pub, right?
Yeah.
Enjoying the game of pool in a pub.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, can I good at this? Or you learn to be better at it. Then you go up to your sort of pub leagues, then you go to your super leagues, then obviously your county levels or whatever levels, you know, and then if you've got some natural talents, you want people to embrace it. And if there's money in pool and it's out there on social media, the opportunity's there for people. Probably years ago it wasn't, you know what I mean? And there's some great players, and you thought Aaron Lappin was here, you know, some Gaspot. And obviously they won decent money in that, but they couldn't make a massive living.
No.
Hopefully, obviously, the long-term goal is for the IPA and obviously the IPA team to get people to make a living out the sport. And I'm not saying they're going to make up like £100,000 a year with, but if you can make 20, 30 grand a year doing something that you really enjoy and you have from probably 19-year-old.
Because to play this at the top level, Chris, you need plenty of practice. You need to be practicing on a regular basis. And to do that, it needs to be full-time, you know what I mean? Not it doesn't need to be full-time, but you're gonna get a lot further if you can put the hours in, you know.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what you're about.
You just take Jack Whelan for an example. The season that he won the World Championships, he was unstoppable. Yeah. You know, on the amateur tour. The following season, you know, he started work. He doesn't have enough time to practice, and for a short period, or for quite a bit of that season, he couldn't put two balls together. Basically, you know what I mean.
Yeah, and you go through the Brick's massive. Obviously working as well, you've got family to support, and people have different, obviously, priorities, so it's different time. So I think the long-term goal is to make sure that there is money out there for people that want to make a little bit as well, and I think that's got to be the case. Jeff, my good friend Alan, good evening, Jeff. Is something as
I don't think it is.
Look, expensive. I think it's something like I was just speaking to JJ because he's got the cloths in, Jeff. And I think he was somewhat like for a full cushion set of the seminars, he was 70 odd quid plus VAT, pal.
He has bought 8 of them, he bought them in bulk, but it's not it's not expensive.
He was going to buy a roll, and he said it worked out better just buying it because then you've got to think your cushions, and he said about 70 odd quid plus VAT. He's looking at 80 odd quid.
It's cheaper than some of the other cloths.
Well, some is, and obviously it's probably a little bit more expensive, but don't forget, obviously, they just come aboard this year.
Yeah.
You know, and I think obviously it's like anything, obviously the more you sell, the idea is, you know, at the end of the day, the more you sell of the cloth,
it's cheaper it's going to get.
It's like anything, isn't it? And I think generally every table, because of the blue and the clarity of it, every table, also from a club level, money-wise, even if you spend an extra tenner at the moment, for example, it's well worth it. You know, seriously.
Well, I mean, how long does it take to brush behind the table when you've got a club like this? I mean, I know he's got a few snooker tables as well, but when you've got a club like this with 20 odd pool tables, surely it's going to save on staff time as well. You know, to clean and brush behind the tables must take forever. You know,
But it is time as well.
so it's a lot less time consuming keeping these.
And to be fair, obviously, when you brush your table, you get more hand marks. You don't get this.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the benefits are outrageous long term regarding the cloth, and it's great that the IPA have led the way and made the decision to transfer it over straight away. I think it's great. And I think generally the players, I think the feedback's been generally nigh on 100% positive, regardless.
Yeah.
And you know yourself, players can twist on 21 playing pontoon win.
Yeah.
If they want to. Generally, they would do that, and they haven't. And so they have embraced it. Yes, it takes a little bit getting used to.
I'm hoping to get one myself this year. I'm extending my garage, hopefully in the next couple of months' time. So I might be knocking on Kev's door for one of them IPA tables at the end of the season.
Good evening, Chris Russian, man. Don't mind paying for a cloth. Me and Chung. I think you can order them through that leisure company, I think, at the moment. I think they're the main distributors in the UK, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's that again, sir?
I can't remember what leisure company. It's not Home Leisure, it's another leisure company.
No. Kev will tell you, innit?
Yeah.
Lifestyle Leisure.
There you go.
That's the one.
Lifestyle Leisure. Yeah, they're the main distributor at the moment. And like I said, the more they sell, and obviously maybe people that Recliff out there, they're probably getting a cheaper deal and buying in bulk. I know JJ bought obviously 8 cloths that got done on Friday night in here, and the tables play beautiful. Yeah. Really, really nice, and if you've got somebody that put the cloth on really well as well, the longevity is going to be so beneficial for clubs.
So Jeff asked a question there, but he's just been answered just previously to by Kevin.
Yeah, that Lifestyle Leisure, pal. You just get a roll of it. But I think when I spoke to JJ earlier, pal, I think you get like a roll, obviously per metre. But I think individually worked out cheaper because obviously you're getting the cushion strips and you're getting the sort of the metre each in the cloths. And I think he said it was like 71, 72 quid plus VAT.
Cheap as chips.
Yeah, Rob, I think this was discussed last year, pal. And possibly whether Coral's involved or not at the end of the year, about the Master time where you got the top 16. I think it was suggested maybe 16 players, obviously the professional ones. You can maybe sort of have the top 10 on tour, and then maybe 6 where you have like sort of 4 places, 2 invites at the Master. I think it was discussed with one of the big Coral casinos initially. But again, these are sort of on hold, and I think it's great. Whether it's I think it was mentioned you could even up the prize if you think playing like a mini money match in a way. I thought it was a great idea where basically you got 16 players putting £5,000 each. So initially you've got £80,000 in the prize fund, 16 players, and then whether it's IPA things, then you're going to get sponsors behind that because of the coverage. You're going to have real time. Thing, you've got 80 bags, so it's like you make them back here for 500 part a year. I think it was a really good idea, to be fair. But to be fair, we had a Masters plan this year, Coral Masters, and obviously the Champions League and stuff, unfortunately, with the merger of Ladbrokes.
I was just going to ask you about that, but obviously that's been put on hold for a while, is it?
Yeah, there was plenty of events. It was like Champions, Champions League top 8, and obviously, the Coral sponsorship would have been great for it, but, that'll probably come on the end of the year. The merger just happened at the wrong time, unfortunately, with Ladbrokes. And but whether that happens or not, I think just moving the IPA in the direction that it's happened in the last 2 or 3 years is phenomenal. So
at least you can see it's plain to see the vision's there and the effort's going into it to make it work. It's just going to be a matter of time, isn't it? Like I said, the vision's there.
Yeah, but I like the idea of over 16 players, whether you get like top 10 in the rankings, or get the offered for the players for 5 bags, and then you could possibly invite 2 players invites that may be interested outside the IPA that are looking to maybe join for next year, and you can even do like 4 qualifiers at random events where you basically pay maybe it's $250 for a qualifier to get a place directly. And I just think you could even do it like I'm not saying like a snooker shootout, but where it could be winner takes all kind of thing. You know, let's rush it on £80,000 for the winner, change people's lives.
Be nice, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like maybe even if it was like, right, look, you're getting 70,000 winner, 10 grand runner up, everybody else gets nothing. So it's all really the pressure the 10, 16 players in a Masters environment. Get in the middle of a casino, run it over a period of time. Steady race as well, your 15s and stuff, your 18s. So the better players going to come out. And I think a lot of people will be in for that. Whether they put the money up themselves, the sponsors did, or backers. And you could share that. So if you're putting 505 grand, you 10% of that pot.
It's a big return.
So if you win 70 grand and 10%, you're getting 7 bags.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good idea, personally. So it's
one set all here.
One set all, and first game. I think Gavin must have won that last set, so it must be 2-1 with Craig. Gavin's had a great weekend, played really well today.
He was buzzing outside before, after one of his wins earlier.
I'll just see what the score is here.
Yeah. Well,
a bit of an update here. Mr. Robinson's coming back with a bit of a vengeance. He was 2-0 down with 1-1 in games, and now it's 2-all.
2-all.
And Craig Marsh is 1-0 up, but Gavin just broke there on the other table and got a ball. So, got a great opportunity, Gav, here.
Yeah, I was saying before, Chris, Gavin was absolutely made up the way he's been playing. Certainly at the start of the season, really. He's because he has had a pretty good start to the IPA tour.
Gav's got a ball, so it depends if he's on anything there. He's Andrew Marshy.
He's happy to be mixing it with the best, and he's certainly stamping his mark.
I think he's landed plum as well for this finish on reds. He should be taking these reds out, and it looks like it'll be 1-all on the other table. Steve Wood, good evening, my friend. How are you doing, my friend? Probably one of the nicest gentlemen in Cleveland. The brewery should be putting something into pool, makes most of it, because everyone is buying their beer. Well, to be honest with you, I think that's what should be done, obviously. I think the brewery's like everyone's struggling to a certain extent and regarding money. But you know, they're the kind of sponsors you want. You want to be promoting the game, because at the end of the day, where did you start playing pool? A youth club, or B, a pub? You know, they're the two main institutes, and Gav's going to take these out. I think, he's just played a little bit of
It's like Kev said, though, then they're not interested, and I think they'd probably be interested in smaller type of sponsorship, but the type of sponsorship you're looking for a competition like this.
Honestly, if the IPA, right, where we are now as an organisation, we're back in, say, the late 90s, early 2000s, the brewery used to shop money at everybody. Literally everybody.
Different now.
They'd be massively in, but now they just do not want to spend. You know, they're there cutting back resources and everything, which is a shame.
Exactly.
I think you need to get the big corporates and try people like, you know, Mercedes or them big corporate names that are in the UK. But again, you've got to take your steps, get the product right first, the players right, the foundation of the professionals being more consistent.
You've got to give something to sell to them, like Kev says all the time.
You've got to give them to sell the product. They're not going to hand you money for nothing. Yeah, and that's it, the only interest in football, which, to be fair, because obviously
it's big money,
it's the main sport in England, isn't it? You know, and to be fair, people like sponsors, you know, are going to get that marketing back out of it, you know. I think we just be patient. We see how it develops. But I generally believe we're moving in the right direction, and I think, you know, in a couple of years' time, we'll all be looking back at these events, and you know, the prize money will went up, the coverage, the players more consistent. You're going to get the professional foundation there, more players. So we'll just wait and see. But hopefully everyone's enjoying Craig's on just on the table. It's 2-all with Gavin Robinson. Craig Marsh is at the table. He's just broke. He's got a ball, but
he won the cross frame. Do you know?
Gavin, that's it. 1-all, 2-all.
Just have a quick look at the table over there. That's the situation at the moment on Craig's table. Oh, it's not.
That's the wrong one.
I've got the wrong one.
Yeah.
That's the situation there on Craig's table.
Yeah, they're a bit tricky, like, to be fair. Depends how he plays this so aggressively. But he's missed it, Gav missed it. Left Gav in. Gav's got an opportunity now. We'll hand back over to, obviously, the game between Liam and Neil.
Right, what I might do, how about, let's have a quick look.
Yeah, Steve, obviously, you know, when the sort of county systems in Britain and all the Europeans and stuff, yeah, obviously the pubs do make a tiny bit of money. I think it's trying to get something like that, and especially at county level, not obviously the IPAs, where, you know, you get these venues that know they're going to make money out of pool over long weeks of, whether it's European Championships, World Championships, through obviously the organisation, through the county system. But, you know, you've got to have clarity wherever you go, so, you know, it's a difficult one, to be honest with you. Yeah, guys, these are the last two matches at the moment. Obviously, Mark Farnsworth is Security's place. Alex O'Donoghue, well done, Alex. Obviously, had a good weekend. Gav's playing Craig Marsh. It's 2 sets all, 1 leg all, and Gavin's on a finish. Because Marsh, he broke and got a ball, but he missed his first shot. And obviously, this match, for the playing, I think Liam's just nailed the black there to go 1 set all and 1 leg, 1 front nil.
So that's going right in a minute. Just put the just seen the corner now. It's going off in the other frame.
Gav's on the finish, if you can switch it over there. Why, obviously, Liam's racking the balls up. Oh, Gav's just played it a little bit short there. And the 2 yellows. He's got these 3 10 yellows here on the other table. Don't forget, it's 2 sets all against the current world champion Craig Marsh. It might go off the red, you know. Oh, he's plumbed it flush. The yellow must go. The yellow must go in the middle, you know. The way he's played that.
So, Liam's a break. Just about to break off. We'll go back to this. We can still see the little caption there. What's going off on the other table.
Gav's spotted the yellow, and he's absolutely plumb on the yellow in the middle. What's he going to do?
He's got to go up and down the table because I don't think that black goes in the bottom left, does it?
No, but I think he doubles. Oh, you can screw back. Oh, it does go. Oh, it goes in the corner. He's got a little clip in the corner of the black to go 2-1 up with his break. This is huge. Gav's having a little cheeky look over at me now. Come on, son, nail it.
Just
I love Marshy to bits, but...
So while Liam's looking at this one, just flick over.
The black here. Oh, he's nailed it.
He's nailed it.
Yes, it's
what a great shot.
Yes. So Gavin's 2 sets all. He's went to sit down, but it's his break. 2 sets all, and he's 2-1 up. So Gav breaking
flying, isn't he? He's Barry over Chairman. I think a little bit of mischievousness there.
So we've got 2-all against Marshy and 2-1 up Gav. Gavin breaking, gets a ball for the match, and they qualify for France on his 4th IPA World Series event, which, you know...
He's 2-1 up in this set.
2-1 up in this set. It's 2-all in sets.
Frame, breaking dish.
Marshy was 2-0 in the sets. I think he breaks and dishes here. Just got a feeling. I think it's his day. He went 2-all with Stevie Ward in the last 16, and Stevie's missed a half ball black, he told us. And then obviously Gav's fudging up and he's got the frame.
Well, if they do split nice, we'll flick over that table because there's a bit of mileage in this at the moment.
Yeah, there's a bit of mileage, and it'll take a while for them to select a shot or two. I think we need to flick over now, Wayne, to be fair. We need to get this lad on here. Yeah, it's Rob at the break. Has he got a ball? He's got a ball. Oh, my word.
Where's the white?
Oh, he's all right, honestly. He goes, the Reds fly. Reds have got balls there. Honestly,
can you see the one down the rail? Top rail?
You can see it, mate. They go on these.
You've got better eyes than me. I can't tell if it
goes. Honestly, the red goes in this corner because I'm right in line with it to the left. Oh, Gav. I've been trying to be biased, but...
You're not biased, Chris.
Well, I'll be over the moon for the lads. You know, obviously he works really hard at his game.
Yeah.
He's had some good results in single matches and they put money on the ton. It's nice to see these players come through, especially new professionals, and do really well against, obviously, you know, he's playing the world champion at the moment. So, yeah.
So it's a bit of a shock on the cards, this.
Well,
when you on paper,
a lot of things are on paper, but I believe generally,
but
if you get to this level, you know, you believe in what you can do, you believe you can
You have to
execute
do
it, and, you know, the tour's given us that opportunity. I'd kick aside. You want to play a bit side.
See what, he's got the one.
He's on it, honestly. He's looking and he's on it, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can see he's got the right hand side of the two.
You can plumb this, just roll it through. There's nothing much to do here, Wayne, for the Reds.
We'll get back to the Liam Dunster
in a bit.
the match in a minute. I've already tickets.
I'm going to say Liam hasn't played a shot yet. Anyway, Craig Riddell, what's the Gav Marsh score? It's 2 sets all, mate. Gav's 2-1 up in the set. He's at this table for the match and to qualify for the World Series. Oh, he's got
his flip-flops ready.
I don't like this. Oh, he's thumped it. He's absolutely, he's come plumb from, honestly. He's screwed into them. He didn't need to, but he's absolutely plumb. Honestly. It's just, you've been minding your work here, Win, to make sure you're going to put this little...
Well, he's just got to calm himself down now, and just make sure that
he's literally, if you get a nice, he's going to screw this in, leave a nice little angle of red in the corner, and basically drop the red straight in the middle and roll through. You've got the red in the corner at your mercy. Worst case, you can nib it. So it's the next shot, not this shot. It's the one after. Yeah, and if you're straight, you can't fail to roll through. Past the middle bag, and you've got the red in the corner. This is massive. Come on, young Gavin Robinson. Nice plumb.
Nice angle.
Oh, he's lovely. And this is where you just need to look at where you're going to leave the white, and just to make sure you don't. Yeah, to be fair, either side's not too bad, you know. Straight, I like it straight and just roll through gently. It absolutely flies in that middle pocket. Just roll this in, Gavin, and be nice on it. So here,
it's all about getting on the one to the left middle. The other red doesn't go to the right middle, I don't think so.
I tell you, if he's plumb straight with him, right in line with the shot here. Oh, why is he hit it so hard? I just don't agree with that shot. You can just drop that in Wayne and play that in the middle.
This is not easy. He still nips, but it's not easy, this.
The red goes in the corner, right? But he's got to dance this like Torval and Dean mind.
I don't think...
No, he puts in the corner, but he's got to screw, right? He's got to play this in the corner and screw it up by the left top cushion, off through and spin it round. I don't believe he can play with like side to miss it. Honestly, why didn't he just roll that and drop that through?
I think he's going to go left middle here.
No. I'm not think? No, it's too fine. He's screwing this, mate. He's screwing it. He's going to go towards the blue spot and try to banana it around off two, and he'll end up plumb, honestly. I've seen it all before. Just needs to find it.
He's made a bit of a mistake there.
I don't see the reason why he went into that.
Whichever way he goes, anyway, it's not easy.
He's not going to miss the red. You know what I mean? I think he's going to have to. He's playing reverse, so like the other side.
He's gone for the double.
He's missed it. Oh, it's in the middle.
No.
Oh, he's left Craig a chance.
So we'll just flick back to the game for a second or two.
Oh no, that's not that very interesting. This one. It's only 1-0 to Neil, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look.
Oh, we need to get on this one over here. Honestly, this is where the tension is. This is where the people want to see. I'm not 100% sure, Paul. I know you got like a roll of 8 or something, on a big roll. Just phone that Lifestyle Leisure, Paul, they'll give you a price. And
it's going to be working out at 70 plus table.
So I just mentioned Kevin Barton, so you're good friends with him. In case you want them for free.
Yeah, it's just, can you give him a large discount?
So Craig's going to finish here. You'd expect Craig to finish this, but you know he's 2-1 down. We'll see. He's queuing so well, Craig. Oh, he's left it a little bit awkward.
Yeah, he has.
I think he's got to take the one in the middle if he's
awkward, he will.
Yeah, if he's awkward and play that last ball. I didn't see the necessity. I think you can play that yellow last ball way and you come across for the black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't like it taking it early. Now I'm certainly seeing he's doing it again.
He's out of position again.
He's all over on this for him. But he could just tuck over here unless he's got a shot. If Craig's got a shot, he's going for him, to be fair. But
he's just not that red though, that little bit more. Into a little bit more difficult position.
I think there's an easy sort of get out with him just nudging that red. I just don't understand why he didn't play that yellow ball win and come across for the black back in the middle. Do you know what I mean? It's unlike Craig as well. He's such a good player. Yeah, Jay, it's 2-2 in sets and 2-1 to Gav. And obviously Gav's just missed that finish 2 in the match. And Craig.
The thing is, when it gets to the stage of a match like this, when one mistake and it's all over, you start thinking different as well, don't you?
Yeah, the table, obviously, we've got Liam Dunster versus Neil Ray, one set all, and Neil's one game up, and that's So we'll keep an eye on that one for you, but obviously the tension's filling in Marsh's game. Marsh is just making sure. I just think that he just needs to a little bit be careful, like, and just try not to give Gav a shot in this red sort of for the middle. For me, he's definitely going behind that yellow half ball. Oh, he's over.
Come out.
He's always left it, and he honestly, right, look at this.
He's got to just drill this in.
He'll just give a Welsh swear word. I couldn't understand a word he said brilliantly.
Was it Welsh, that?
Honestly, Gav plumps these in for fun, you know. He'll just get out and bust it in the jaw. Honestly, this is where he's strong. I think it's obviously difficult again. He's looking to roll it through and play the red up the top rail, which is difficult. We like having the players just get punchy on this and punch it in and try to just avoid the black and kick the red out. It's a difficult one, but we're going to see now a big shot from Gavin Robinson.
Is his dad still here?
He's missed it by a country mile.
Yeah.
He's left Marsh anything.
Nothing.
He's left him nothing. Marsh is just shaking his head, but he's got to be happy to come to the table. Like I said, the score is 2-2 in sets and 2-1 to Gavin Robinson. First to 3. Other table, 1 set all, Neil and Liam. And Neil's one game off frame and that. So we'll see what Marshy does here. Is he going to try to fudge, or is he just going to... Oh my word.
Go for it.
Oh, look where he's
He's
just going to kick behind this, like he is going to clip behind it. Even Marshy can't pull that out here. He's absolutely pulled that from the Lampshade's mind.
Nicholas Pamposios is asking what the score is. It's 2-2 in sets, and it's...
you can see how clever Marshy's played the cushion. Oh, he's played a good shot there, Marshy.
2-1 to Gav Robinson.
He's got the snooker, hasn't he?
He's coming up to the table now.
They both winked at each other. Gav said no. Yeah. I don't know if he can play it right. The way it's... I don't think he can get just before the middle bag. Yeah, I totally agree, Rob. Obviously, Maxwell is one of the most consistent players, and that is the difference, Bob. But I think that's what everyone aspires to. You're totally right. I think everyone in the A game is really strong, and I think the more games within the IPA tour, the money scene, the people are playing the profile of the sport, especially with Blackpool and the IPA. I think people are putting hand on the table a lot more, and I think the consistency will come over the years. Obviously, Mark's been around a lot of years. I think he's better now than he ever was, and to be fair, he was one of the best money players ever. Oh, he's played a good shot there, Gav. I don't think Marsh has got much way to hide here, mate.
Well, he can't afford to leave him a shot at it again now. Craig needs a tight one now.
To be fair, he's got to play this one and just nudge off the back rail to kick the yellow out, and he wants to be on some. If he's on some, I fancy him still strongly to get them. If not, honestly, Gav's got that match. And he is okay. Yeah, he's plumb actually. He can just drop this in the corner. Craig plays these really positive, and I love the way Craig plays. He'll come back for the same ball, pop it as I'm just dropping this in dead weight. Nice shot on it. No, he's okay.
He's okay there.
This is the key shot for this frame. You've got two ways you can go around, two cushions, and sort of come towards sort of between the pink and the blue spot, or you can just screw it in off the side cushion and leave it fairly long. It depends how Craig sees it, really. Yeah, if he plays this one down the rail, he's got balls of steel now, and I just can't see it. Here we go, this is a big shot. He's going to play a bit at the bottom of the side cushion and drag it over. Oh, shut up, Craig Marsh. That is absolutely outrageous.
That's why he's world champion.
Honestly,
shots like that.
I just couldn't dream of playing a shot like that. Honestly, I think I can play some good shots. He's an absolute sick man. Like the reverse side he's playing.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly. But that's why, I don't know why he didn't leave that last anyway, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
At the frame. Oh, that was a sick shot, that. Honestly, I'm like, sort of giving myself an opportunity, and Marshy just was a bit of reverse side, round 3, pull them. So, yeah, Lee Clough, it was a great shot. Like, it's just outrageous. I think they're practice shots, you know what I mean, that you can have a bit of a go at. But no, not the Marsh. He just knows exactly where it's going. It's phenomenal. So we're going to get a shake of hands here. 2 sets all, 2 games all, 1 frame, 1 break for France. Who's going to go to France?
We'll go back to it. We'll keep you updated on the table But we can't miss this one. It's a
Still
final
on the
frame
same frame,
shootout.
you're not missing out either. So, right, here we go. Does Marshall need the ball? Has he got a ball?
He hasn't.
He's dry.
Wait a minute.
Oh, he's dry. Oh, dear me. This is a great opportunity now. These yellows. Yellows are absolutely, certainly the ball of choice. I thought he's wobbled that one, the bottom left there.
Well, he's right. Squeaky bum turn.
Yeah, I think Gav takes these out. He's going to play the plant on the yellow here, open up the black, which he's done really nicely. Now, to be fair, be positive and play the rail shot now. Be positive, play this rail shot now, and the frame is yours. I know you can leave it right way and to sort of play it back in the middle, but I think the way he cues, be positive, take this now, and use the yellow in the middle of the table to get down to the bottom with the last two balls.
You're talking the one just below the middle pocket?
Yeah,
do you need to though? Do you need to? Cause
I do, because he's not got a great angle. I was not got a great angle. You don't want to put the one in the middle and put the one at the top of the table and come all the way back down, because there you're linked to the black, because the black goes in the middle. Right. So really, for me, the yellow and the yellow at the top of the tails, his last two balls.
Yeah.
And he cues it so good and positive, but just do what you do. Like, cue that on the bottom now, and obviously...
I know you say that to him a lot, don't you?
Yeah, just do what you do, you know. Sometimes you be a little bit tentative, it's not your game. I think this is a shot he's doing. Go on, son, take it. This is your moment, son, come on.
John Spencer's asking which one's Gav. Gav's the one at the table at the moment, in the red shirt.
You won't be able to miss my good friend Craig Marsh. The WC, the world champion, 2017. See, he's on now, he went to cue that shot right. See, the problem is when you can put the yellow in the corner and then you put them on the middle and you trace them. One good shot down the rail now, see, he's going to the top end of it. He could leave the yellow in the middle last and the black in the opposite corner. I'm not convinced.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this because he's got options down
here.
But
where's he going to leave the white now? Because that yellow at the top, just above the pink on the left-hand side, so that doesn't go in the corner. So he's trying to leave that yellow in the corner. What he's looking now, right, is to leave that yellow in the corner, but he's bunching into reds and I've got opportunity enough. I just don't like it.
If he can get there's a big gap there. If he can get this gap, and he's got it.
Oh, get the one in the middle.
I'm liking this because
he's plumb.
To me, I like that all day long.
Right, he's just got to drop this and get in the middle now. This is absolute silky. This is pool. It's fine. It's 2-all in sets, 2-all in games. We've got Craig Marsh, the world champion, qualified from yesterday. Gavin Robinson, the new professional on the tour. He's absolutely couldn't be any better. He's looking up and I just love it. He's on everything, like. Just be positive. He's not missing these, Wayne, I'm telling you.
Well, I've learnt from experience that done it a few times today. You don't want to give him commentator's curse, but you can't see him not getting through these. It's all about the black to me.
He's trying to screw into the red, and I don't think you need to. You're overcomplicating something.
Exactly.
Drop this in, stun it in, leave an angle on there. I think the way the black is, you could leave that yellow in the middle last ball and play the black in the opposite corner.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he's trying to screw in this. This could go a bit nasty. Come on, Gav. Is he on that yellow now, though?
I don't know about the one to the bottom left, I don't think he is, but the other two he is.
He's on his finish line, to be fair. But now, see, I just didn't think he needed to move it, to be fair, but he's got a great chance here. We can't see Craig if the black goes, but obviously if it goes in the middle, it certainly goes into the top right, so I would say at this angle it definitely goes in the top right. So if he just winds his work here, he can leave that yellow last ball in the middle and drop and play in the black in the opposite corner, and then you can't miss it. Right, look at the yellow here now. He's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. He's going to go middle now, isn't he? He's going to go middle win, and then he's going to, basically if he jabs this back, he can screw the yellow off the side cushion.
He's not going to black now, is he? No.
No. I think he's just going to drop this one in the middle. Just dink it. I don't like leaving the top angle because he might go into the red, so I think if he just jabs this back a little bit into the middle, and then he can screw in and off how he's pointing, like, to be straight on it, he can screw the yellow in the corner, off the back side rail, and back off the black in the middle. Oh, he gets these. He didn't want to be there, but I think he's still...
Is he going to come now? He's going to try and...
Oh, he's just got to miss that red, you know. You can't hit that red. He can't... He's going to go into the red, you know. I wonder. He's trying to miss the red, see.
Is he trying to screen
He needs a
between the
little
gap?
bit of luck here. I don't like screwing in the gap because you can overscrew and go in off. Go on, Gavin. This is your time, son. Oh, he's played it brilliant. Oh, he's game over. Oh, he's plumb.
It must go. Must go easy here.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Gavin Robinson qualifies for France.
Well played.
Absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant clearance. That's why George Tierney won't play him.
Yeah, get the teeny boy on. George, your boy.
So, whilst we was...
Big pump for Gav there. Congratulations to Gavin.
whilst we was transfixing that, we've missed a frame. I'm not too sure who won the last one. I will find out.
I'm not sure. I want to leave her anyway because this
Are you going?
match is fairly boring.
Going to go and give Gav a hug, are
I
you?
would have given her a nice pat on the back. And congratulate him. So he joins obviously Alex Nunhu and Mark Farnsworth and the winner of this match. So thanks for your time, Wayne.
No worries, and thank you, Chris.
I'll speak to you later, pal.
Yeah. So, back to this game. I will try and find out who's won the last frame. I need to, really. It's a good shot there from Liam. Liam himself on this black. Like I say, I'm not too sure who won the last frame. It's a big finish there from Gavin Robinson on the last frame before. So Liam won that frame. I'll just find out who won the one before. Just 1 minute. Who won the frame before? Who won the frame before? Who won the frame before, Neil? Who won the frame before that?
It was 2-1. 2-1 to Liam.
In this set, yeah. Yep. In sets?
One each in sets.
Yeah, 2-1 in this, yeah. Yeah, so it was that one frame, the one before that we missed. Whilst we was watching Craig Marsh and Gavin Robinson, and the final frame decided. So it's ended up that this is the last match of the weekend. Another great break there from him. Really gets into the balls. Simon Webb just going to say goodbye. still left the other table on. We don't need it anymore. This is the final match of the weekend, like I just said. Liam Dunster and Neil both looking to secure another spot in the final stages of one of the IPA World Series events. Liam won one last night. I think Neil's won at least two so far. Is it two? Maybe wrong, it might just be the one, but both already booked some flight tickets. Looking for another one tonight. Nice little shot there from Liam. Could have possibly done with a little bit more angle, just to get the white across the table a little bit more. He's done very well. Shoving the white through Walls' side. His line is absolutely perfect. And that's what we was talking about before, about the reaction you get on these cloths. So just this black to take the third set. not the best of breaks, that. Not being very kind. All of you that follow the IPA on a regular basis, the next event is Shooters Pool Club in Nice on the 8th of April. 8th and 9th, that's the World Series, the next World Series. The next tour after that is the 12th of May back at Bradford, the home of pool. So get those dates in your diary. Next two IPA events. This has been a workman night finish here from Neil. Just gone about the table. Didn't look like it was on initially, but yeah, John's saying he's got the ref to the rack in. The only problem you've got with competitions like this is for that to happen, you're going to need at least 8 referees for starters. So it's not always possible to have somebody rack the balls. We have to trust in each other. I'm not saying for that anything untoward was happening. You have to believe the players would be doing anything in the within the spirit. So, which is why I've not really touched on it too much since the incident happened. So it's a little bit thin there. It was a bit of an acute angle to be cutting that back. So, and as it turns out, he's just messed the table up a little bit as Neil. These two are the last players left in the building as well. I think everybody else has set off back home. Look at that. See Neil. It wasn't easy. So Liam now, he's going to remove the black to give himself some room. Yeah, you would think now that should take these out, no problem. William now helps take the first frame in this fourth set. I'll just go for a quick toilet break and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Great shot from Neil. Leveling the scores up. 1 frame all. This 4th set. So Liam to break. Leading 2 sets to 1. 1 set all. The 4th set. We need 2 out of the next 3 frames to book his plane ticket. Now then, he's got, well, you can see the one over the right middle, that's for sure. This looks a little bit like it could be frame over. I'm not too sure if that yellow does go past the red in the middle from there, so we might have to. It's going to go a different way first. Obviously, bottom left hand corner. May well take both these two down the bottom end of the table first. It does squeeze past the red, but he was a bit high with the white, so it's going to look to get on it a little bit straighter. So the one over the bottom right first. Just leave himself a slight angle like he has done. Maybe a little bit touched too much, to be fair, but he should still be okay. He can just dink this into the bottom left hand corner. He can hold the white. Don't think he's running away too far. Played that well. So yeah, I'm not missing much at all now. Just this black to leave him within 1 frame of victory. With ease. So leading 2-1 in the 4th set. Neil's got it all to do now. Needs a good break here, does Neil? Needs one off the break. He's not got one. Now then. And it's not going for you. It's not going for you. So I'm sure that Liam's going to be taking that to it. As ever, he's having a good look at this. Needs to make sure of his first pot. Secure the colour. And then he might just take the one to the left centre here and just run into the other red. Just knock it a little bit close to that top corner pocket. He is queuing awkward, or he will be queuing awkward for it though, but he should be able to pot that no problem. Oh, the angle he had, he could just get me hand and just kick it out. Just make it a little bit more central. So we're looking at the one to the top right, I think. I don't think he's going to take the long one on. So we're looking at the one just above the yellow. Near the top right hand corner pocket. It's all about avoiding the yellows now, making sure he doesn't lose the white. Always looking at a plant. This will be some shot. This will be a frame winner and a match winner if he gets this. I'll tell you what. Well, how's that hung? I can't believe it. So Neil's got a lot of work to do to stay in this match. Can't afford to lose any of the next two frames. sure if he's got the angle to go into the red over the corner pocket here. I think that's what he was hoping for. He may well have. He's forced it. He's been a bit unlucky there. So now it's all uphill for Neil. It's not got an easy pot on now. All his eggs was in one basket there. He needed to clear that pocket, and even if he'd have cleared the pocket, he probably still wouldn't have been on an easy one after, but he did need to open it up. In this chat saying Neil can take his frame out, it's going to take some taking, that's for sure. And slightly a bit way off there, but he's lost the white, and you've got to say, really, that could be his last shot in this match. Gallant effort from Neil. But just gone over to his wife. Sat at the other side. Phil in the chat saying he thought he was on red, you're as bad as me. I'm always forgetting what colour plates are on. It's just a norm for me. I'll tell you what, a little bit late in the day, but there you go, just so you know. Liam is on reds. Just developing that one. Putting a more better position really for the black. He's got options now for the black. A couple of balls in the middle of the table. That's what he was looking at. And I don't think he was hoping for the second red to drop, but he's got the red over the top left, which means he's still okay. Just needs to pull this back, just roll it through, come back out 4 or 5 inches, which he has done. And all that's left for me to say, because I can't see Liam doing anything but finishing these off. It's been a great weekend here at Savannah's, at Whitefield, North Manchester. If you're ever passing, or if you're close by, make sure you come down. Yeah, get yourself a game on these cloths. He's got 8 tables done now. I will be back here in less than 2 weeks, 13 days time, for Eden Hughes versus Craig Date, money match date. And in the following week I'll be back again for the George Tierney Steve Wall match, followed by Simon Fitzsimmons and Carl O'Donoghue. Kev Barton in the chat there. Thank you very much, Kev. I'll see you again soon. Hopefully it won't be too much longer before I'm helping the IPA out in somewhere or other, streaming along the way. It's been a great 2 IPA series, World Series for me. Loved it. And like I say, see you all again soon. And hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you very much.